What is going on, guys? Ancient Jarl here, bringing you another in-depth overview, this time on the god Bacchus, god of wine. A very, very strong guardian if built correctly and played right and gets ahead early. I mean, anybody who gets ahead early is good. Oops, I did not want that there. Actually, with Bacchus, you could probably honestly go Heavenly Agility, so let's go ahead and rock that. We'll get into that later. Anyway, we're starting off with Watcher's Gift. When a friendly god kills a lane minion near you, you also get the last hit bonus. Also, your gold per 5 is increased by 1, giving you aka 6 gold instead of 5. You know, tanks need that because they're not getting kills. They're just sacrificing themselves to get kills for their carries. Next is the first item for Bacchus is Shoes of Focus, giving him the added cooldowns that Bacchus needs along with the movement speed, the mana, and the magical power. So it's most common to build these with tanks now. Next into Sovereignty, which gives you the aura with the physical protections, magical and physical protections within 70 units are increased by 20 to all of your allies, 400 health and 65 physical protections. Next I chose Magi's Blessing because of Bacchus' 3, which is a stun, but it's a duration stun. You have to cast it and it takes a second, so Ymir can freeze you or somebody can stun you out of stunning the opponent. So Magi's Blessing is good here because then you can't be stunned, and it's really, really annoying to get burped on by Bacchus over and over and over again. Next item I chose here is Bulwark of Hope, in case that mid lane mage or your Freya, jungle Freya, is getting strong, just absorbing more damage obviously here. And then I chose Breastplate of Valor to give you even more cooldowns and more physical protections along with some mana. By the way, guys, Bacchus is very mana hungry early, so you have to watch that, keeping his Drunkometer full, being able to use his belly flop, being able to belch, all that stuff. It's kind of hard to maintain Bacchus' mana, so just be careful of that. Again, here I screwed up and I had Eye in here right away, but Eye is kind of a outdated item. You could still get Eye. It's not all that bad. It's just automatic wards, so you don't have to go and back and buy them all the time. But it's much easier to buy them and then save your team in a team fight using these other actives such as Creeping Curse or whatever else it may be, Shell, which I wouldn't never use, but except on a few characters. But anyway, I chose Heavenly Agility here just because I like it. Using this item buffs allies' ground speed by 40% in a 70-foot radius for 6 seconds and makes them immune to slows. Their healing is also increased by 25% for the duration. Cooldown is 90 seconds, so it's a longer cooldown than Sprint, but it gives everybody in your area that extra movement speed, and healing is also increased by 25%. So if you have a Ra or a Hell on your team and they already have a Sclapius and you're all running away, and then you realize you don't need it because you're going to get another 25% buff on top of Hell's already strong heal, or Ra's or Chang'a's or whoever else's heal, Guan's maybe even. And next I chose Wrath of the Gods here, again on Guardians. Always get Wrath of the Gods, always hug 3. Securing those objectives is so important, and as a tank you can absorb damage anyway, so you might as well hop in there and get that objective secured from the enemy. Wards always here in this situation. You can toss a couple mana pots in early because you're not going to need sentry wards right away, because no one's going to really counter ward you right away unless they have a team or maybe a strategy going on. So mana potions and actually regular wards are okay here. I forgot to change them. Next we will go into Bacchus' overview. He gains 86 health per level and 40% or plus 40 mana per level. As you can see, he has a melee. He melees up close, so he has no more than 12 range. That's his base speed. He gains none at all levels. Attack speed is increased a little bit, 20% of magical power. Magical protections, he gains that many, and physical, he gains plus 0.9 magical protections. So he's a beef castle. That's what Bacchus is right here. 0.8 HP 5 per level. That's what makes Bacchus pretty strong. He has one of the higher amounts of HP 5 per level, and that's what makes him strong, but he's just kind of outdated because everybody either bans him or can kind of counter him, such as Hades. Even Hades is one of the lowest ranked gods right now, but Hades' 2 can counter you because it silences you out of Bacchus' 3, which I'll get into later. Anyway, we'll get right into his passive now. Bacchus' Drunkometer. Bacchus loves the drink, and as Bacchus drinks from his jug, he becomes more intoxicated, gaining buffs when he gets tipsy and smashed. Tipsy, which is the first line in this chunk, there's 3 lines total, takes 7% less damage and gains 10 magical power, which is pretty crucial. And then when you're smashed, when you're at the top third bar, in the game. It doesn't show you here, obviously. Smashed, you take 14% less overall damage. That's a huge amount of less damage. And you gain 30 magical power. That's pretty strong here. Bacchus's 1 is his chug. Takes a drink from his jug, giving him additional buffs. Bacchus celebrates when he kills an enemy god, giving him 10% on his meter. So there you go. It increases as you level it, and it increases the percentage on what you drink. The mana cost is intense, though. Always take free drinks when you can, such as in the well and whatnot. He gains protections as the protections are increased for a 6-second duration as it's increased. His next ability is probably what I would max first, is belly flop. Bacchus jumps in the air not so gracefully, comes slamming onto the ground belly first, knocking all enemies up into the air and dealing damage. If he is tipsy, all enemies are also slowed after they land, so the slow is at 20%, pretty decent, and the damage and engagement potential here is nuts, along with 70% scaling, so those magic boots are really going to make belly flop hurt on the enemy, don't forget the 2-second slow duration. But this is what I would max first. It's a constant engager. Bacchus is a tanky mother trucker, so don't be afraid to belly flop in there. Maybe not obviously early game all the time, but anyway, Bacchus's 3 is the ability that can get countered. It's in a cone. Bacchus lets out an obnoxiously loud belch, doing damage every 0.5 seconds for 2 seconds. If he's tipsy, enemies are stunned for 1 second, and their healing is debuffed. As you can see, 25% healing debuff for 3 seconds, stun for 1 second, and it does damage as it ticks. This can be countered because it takes 2 seconds to cast and actually get the stun off. This can be countered by Hades' Silence, any stun, a stun from Ymir, Guan's ult, anything. I think even knock-up? If I'm not mistaken, knockups can stun it, like Wukong. Wukong's knockup can stop Bacchus' belch, and that's how he's getting outplayed, because Wukong is such a powerful support now that he's being played almost all the time, so the stun is always coming out to stop Bacchus' belch to get the stun off. So that's very, very crucial that you get Magi's for that early on, so then you can stun people without being stunned yourself. Bacchus' ultimate is Intoxicate, one of the stronger ultimates in the game, dealing a large amount of damage. Bacchus smashes his jug of wine on the ground, intoxicating all nearby enemies and doing damage. If he is smashed, Bacchus also gains magical power buff because of his anger over his lost wine. There you go. There's his the damage scaling. As you can see there, intoxication is for 8 seconds, which makes you move the whole time. It allows you to not control your movement. There's the magical power buff, and buff duration is for 5 seconds. So the buff duration isn't the huge thing, but having the enemies walk blindly into whatever they can't. If you let go of your keyboard when you're Bacchus ulted, you just keep walking in weird directions and stuff like that. So that's pretty crucial. That could lead you into a wrong position on the enemy team. So anyway, guys, that is Bacchus for you, and I will see you guys in some gameplay. What is going on, guys? Ancient Jarl here again, bringing you another overview, this time in Bacchus. Actually, I'm in some gameplay. Scratch that. We have it looks like they have a pretty good Xbalanque. I might have just played him, maybe, but I'm not too sure there. They have a good Hao Kuang. It looks like a decent Geb, or Geb isn't that hard to play, so I guess maybe, let's see what they got here. They have a Geb Shield, the Ymir Freeze, Uller, Xbalanque. We're going to go ahead and go with that. 2 health pots. Actually, you know what? With Bacchus, we're going to rock 2 mana because I'm tanky as crap because I'm Bacchus. The Watcher's Hebo coming out with a tiny trinket and a Vamp Shroud. Not too dumb right there. Weird build from him, going boots. I suppose the extra movement speed could help a little bit, but weird build. I'd much rather go into 1 item. Not too many people are Bacchus anymore. Artemis, no, I don't think she DC'd. You might be gone. There's the items. We're going to go ahead and lay a ward right. You know what? We'll lay it right here so it's in, still giving us vision in our... Yep, right there. I'll take that. Get belly flop first here. That does the most damage and can really screw somebody up. I wish I had a health pot here, but I'm just going to have to deal with that. Go ahead and beat him with the meat stick here. I would get Belch next, but that doesn't do. Ooh, I took that. There you go. Ymir's really low, though. He must have had to tank both. I'm going to go ahead and we'll go and get our boots, and I'm going to sell my manas because I'd much rather have HP than I'd have. I'm going to get 3 of them. You always should take a drink when you can. That was my fault there, not for taking a drink, not taking a drink in the well. Take another drink when you can. Got some ward coverage there. I mean, cancel that. I didn't mean behind us. Let's go ahead and get... I just want to refill my mana, get my wards, get this up. I'll get Heavenly. Take a drink, like I said, while you can, and then cook it so you get your mana back. It's key to maintain Bacchus' passive. When you maintain Bacchus' passive, you definitely are much more viable and a better Bacchus if you maintain his passive. Is that a jungle Geb? Is that what I'm seeing? Interesting. There you go, like I said, that's his counter. He can freeze me. That's Ymir counters Bacchus because of the freeze ability. Take another mana pot here, I mean health pot. Artemis' 3 pokes so good early, it's stupid. Go ahead and be right back here in this situation. I'm going to get more health pots, more mana. We'll finish that up, and we'll wait on boots. Again, oh, sorry, that's my fault. Get that drink in the well. And now my hog will come up quicker. We almost got that Chibalanque. Nice try by Artemis, but fortunately couldn't do it. Used his ult there. So he will be regaining mana over in that lane. Taking drinks as Bacchus is always crucial. Don't forget that. Ymir stayed in lane way longer, but you know what? I should just do the same. I don't know if Artemis has Heartseeker or what she's got. She's still got Death's Toll. Remember to max belly flop. And that kill put me to 7, so I'm right up there with Ymir now. That's good. Go ahead and take another swig. Artemis back in here. That's just going to give me a little bit of stuff back. And Artemis, yep, should be able to go into Heartseeker and quite a substantial amount of stuff right here. I mean, be right back. That's what I meant to say. There we go, and get our boots there. Finish our hog. I still have a health pot. I'll wait for another. Our Artemis is getting a lot of solo farm here, though, which is fantastic. That solo farm from Artemis is very crucial. I'm just under leveled. He also has meditation. Go ahead and get my drink passive up. Duo, or I am supposed to rotate for mid camps. He can knock me up out of that. Whoop. Boing. Unfortunate to trade there. I was just trying to help him by not letting him get his blue, but I obviously think he saw me, so then I couldn't help it there. Geb jungle I don't think is too much of a thing. They need to get that defense over on right now. Again, you should be taking free drinks while you're in the well, but once you have your passive maintained and you get into a little bit higher levels, it's much easier to maintain your passive. There we go. Now I can get some physical protections here. Go into breastplate. It's 675. I really want to get there, but I'm going to have to hold off. There's no, I can't sell all my items just to get breastplates. I am now smashed. I can do a lot of extra damage. There you go. That's a good display of Bacchus there. Ooh, Hebo getting kills. Oh, it looks like he's going down over there. We should be able to knock this down even if I have to tank it for a bit. I can do that. I'm going to have to hold off on the rest. Oop, that sucks. I like getting health pots again. It might be a little bit of a waste of money. There you go. Bacchus does have some pretty good damage. Be careful, middle. Looks like they might die here. If he can ult through him, that's what he should do. There we go, good. Whoop, I didn't want that. Son of a gun. I have to back out and go that. And more defensive items. We'll go ahead and go. Who's strong for them? They're Geb. They have 3 magical, so let's go ahead and head into some magic defense if I can. I'm going to wait a few seconds and go ahead and pick this up. And we'll go right into Gem of Gaia. Or Stone of Gaia. They have to be careful, though. The longer they wait, the more unkillable Bacchus gets. Our late game Hebo damage should do body there, Ao Kuang. Totally okay with that. Their Xbalanque can't get too big though. Our Artemis is pretty big though, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and take the free farm here. I really want this. Actually, I want to wait and go ahead and get Gem. The only reason I'm choose to go Gem here is so I can just sustain longer. So I can just be as tanky as possible. So I'll use his to boost me forward. I'm going to go ahead and ward by the fire giant. Oh, I walked back into the NATO. I need to get more wards. And I don't need a health pot because I'm pretty tanky now. I'm going to go ahead and just get a sentry. I really do want to get the... Late game Bacchus is extremely hard to kill, though, especially if I build more tanky items. They're just going to be... Oh no. She killed herself. When I'm drunk, I get even more protections. Be careful, middle.
Retreat! An ally has been slain.
I had to back there. That's probably my fault, though. They might die off that. Since I backed them, their damage absorber.
Retreat! 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 Enemy missing! Tactical fury! Okay. Be careful. On my way.
Go ahead and take mid camps to help him out.
Your right tower is under attack. Defend right lane. Your right tower has been destroyed. I'll get it.
See if we can't get a gank off here. He's got to retreat mid.
Retreat! Retreat!
There we go. Good overall engagement there, picking them up. I'm going to go for more physical defense, and we'll probably go for breastplate here to get more cooldowns in this situation. Then we'll go like this. There, Uller isn't doing the greatest, but that's not to say that he couldn't come back late game, because Uller is very strong, so we all need to be in mind of that. I'm going to get breastplate here just for the extra cooldowns and extra physical protection, so that's a thing. Nice job. They pushed in and they got it, but that's... I guess I can live with what happened. I guess. I don't really want to, but... we need more... Need more of this. That needs to happen. Well, if they're going to attack it, defend the fire giant. First time I died all game.
Be careful. Enemy missing. Be careful.
Next item I'm working on is Mystical Mark. Unfortunate that they got a Phoenix, but we got a right Phoenix, so I'm okay with that, I guess.
Be careful. Be careful. Okay. The fire giant. Defend the fire giant. Okay. Defend. I will war. Retreat. An enemy has been slain. Nice job. Retreat. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your titan is under attack.
That was a risky play there, but we did end up killing Xbalanque in the process. What is our Sun Wukong building? Alright, he's got a pretty nice build. Pretty decent.
Enemy missing.
Let's get some extra farm here. I'm not going to use... if they come and fight me, I'm not going to use my hog.
Defend left lane. Large foe behind, guys. Retreat. 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 Retreat.
Nice job.
Retreat, 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 retreat! Defy! Retreat, retreat! Retreat, retreat! Your left Phoenix is under attack. An ally. An enemy has been slain. Retreat! 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 Killing spree! Your left Phoenix is under attack. Defensive fire. Defend. Nice job. Defend left lane.
Looks like this is looking a little bleak here.
Careful, middle. On my way. Retreat! 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 I'll attack right. Be right back. Be careful, right.
And for last item, I might go high to the Urchin just to make myself even tankier. In both categories, because I just don't want...
Be careful, right.
dumb play. Sacking yourself.
An enemy has been slain. Defend. Defend. Defend left lane. Be careful, right.
They're dead. Killed themselves. Nice job.
Attack. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Defend left lane. Be right back. On
Not much I can do here, just trying to get my cooldowns and everything on max. Oops, didn't want to bring that up. Ao Kuang still has a Fire Giant. Something to be in mind of.
Retreat! An ally has been slain. Shoot him down. Be careful. Be careful. Right. Enemy missing. Ultimate is ready. Okay. Retreat! Retreat middle lane. An enemy has been slain. Retreat! 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 Wipeout! Defend! Be right back.
Go ahead and get Urchin here and we'll get our wards. Drink up our booze. They have to be careful. They probably can't attack here. Nope, no, they can't.
Ally has been slain.
They just need to play smart and not play dumb.
Defend! Fire giant! Be careful! Retreat! Retreat!
He doesn't have his ult. But he has med, so never mind. I guess he's... Nice fight. Nice job.
Attack! Fire giant! Double kill! Attack! Fire giant! Attack! Fire giant! Okay. Repress!
to focus FG to get it, and we didn't.
Good game.
I'm a late game tanky as F Bacchus.
Good game.
I mean, cancel that.
Cancel that. Be careful. Be right back.
I gotta get some wards. Did Wukong just take 2 red pots? So he's pretty strong.
Defend. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Retreat. Right leg. I will end this. Killing spree. An ally has been slain. I might be fooled. An enemy shall return. An ally has been slain. Double kill. Attack middle lane. Okay. An enemy has left the game.
Unfortunate that they had a lever there, but that could help us with the victory.
Retreat! Retreat! On my way.
They need to run away before, so I can get back to the engagement.
Yes. Be careful. Retreat! Retreat! An ally has been slain. Be careful.
There we go, finishing up.
Attack the Titan.
There we go, we got a good push though over there.
Attack Fire Giant. Your team has destroyed the right enemy.
And now I'll get the tanky never die potion when I can. I'll sell this and get that. 50 protections for 5 minutes.
On my way. On my way.
There's our minions doing work, you know, killing those things for us.
Attack. Attack middle lane. Yes.
They're just gonna have to deal with that. I've never drank. I've never actually got a defensive pot.
Okay. Okay. Attack middle lane. Attack middle lane. I'll attack. Destroyed a middle enemy team.
Good game, good finish, nice job. Way to end it. Oh, nice job. Sorry for the huge amount of silence, guys. That was
Thanks.
a good end game. Very good end game. And it displays how tanky Bacchus can be, guys. He is ridiculously tanky late game. GG, well played. I will report that Ymir. That Ymir lost him the game. Block player, you never want to play with somebody who AFKs. Left the game, they would have won. So unfortunate he left. But anyway, let's check it out here. Who had 27 and 20? Wow, Wukong. Wukong doing crazy damage. Other than that, Hebo doing pretty even damage along with Artemis and Wukong. Mercury doing the lead. I did more than Mercury. That's kind of crazy. But I think that's just because of my AoE with my belly flop. And damage taken 43,000, damage mitigated 80,000 damage. So I did mitigate quite a bit of damage. That Ymir was doing even better. That Hog, I do believe, I like to blame the teammates because I'm just like any other player. But that Hog was probably my fault. I just didn't realize how close to 25% it is or was. And I don't know when to Hog or not. I'm not the smartest on that. I don't play a whole lot of support. But anyway, 8-2 and 29, guys. That's Bacchus gameplay for you. There's his complete build with a defensive pot and all that jazz. Mercury almost should have gone for this, for a damage pot, because yes, you don't have a lot of damage. He should have got some crits too, like a Deathbringer instead of a Rage, instead of buying a pot. But anyway, guys, that's what it comes down to. I guess they did have a lever, and that probably cost them the game. And it did cost them the game because we definitely could have won. Or, I mean, they definitely could have won with that Ymir securing that at the end there. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Bacchus gameplay, and I hope to see you in the next one.